Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Anywhere you come across my video, please you have to subscribe to Aziz Audio YouTube channel. You have to follow me for Instagram. You have to follow me for TikTok. This message is direct to the Uganda President Museveni. You know, on the 15th of January, now be the election for Uganda. You know the artist for Uganda, Bob Wani. The opposition for Uganda, where it be say every election is they torment the president of Uganda, Museveni. And now the president of Uganda is now 81 years in power, 81 years old and 40 years in power. You understand? At the election where they vote on the 15th of January in Uganda, but one he won the election. You understand? So, and he won the election. Museveni, he don't send a recorder, make the court arrest him for his house. They take her to unknown location, nobody know where in there. And many supporters of Bobwani have been killed. Both the bodyguard have been killed. You understand? So, okay, why Africa continent, we cannot do the right thing to our citizens? Okay, tell me now, Museveni now, he spent 40 years in power, 40 years, you know what they call 40, spent 40 years in power. And Uganda economy is the Uganda economy is not moving fine. People are suffering in Uganda. People are dying in Uganda. You understand? So you have been ruling for decades, but won the election. Now you try to rig the election. You set a recorder to come and pick him up of house arrest, take him on no location, nobody know where you take him to. And now, his bodyguard was killed, and many of his supporters was killed because he won the election hands down. He's leading all the whole police unit in Uganda, but one have been leading. That is the reason you say Museveni, the useless old man, you understand? So, 81 years old, 40 years in power, see try to rig the election now. See, try now to come and pick Bobwani for he has take him on no location, killing a bodyguard, killing most of his several supporters. So what is going on in Africa continent? Why our Africa continent why we cannot do the right thing with our citizens? Okay, you have been ruling for decades, 40 years. What is the point now? You are 81 years old. Why can't you allow somebody that won the election to rule? Just like what happened in Cameroon. What happened in Cameroon for Bia. That the same thing what to take place in Uganda. So I call on Uganda citizen, please. Africa continent I'm behind you. Africa youth I'm behind you. You understand? So don't allow the Museveni to rig this election. Because I want to play this video. After this video, I will say analyze. Because I don't know what is wrong with Africa citizen.
Museveni actually taking second jab at the presidential election. Now, we want to quickly hear thoughts from yet colleague who's on ground to also bring us up to speed on what's happening there. Priva, are you there? How is it going?
Of course.
My fellow Africa, people don't listen. Because now, but one, they take the lead. Now, because of that lead, when they take, now make the president now send a recorder to come and pick him from his house. They take him on no location. Nobody know where he is. And they are killing so many of supporters, killing a bodyguard. Who say, what is the problem of Africa continent? Why our Africa leader don't want to learn from others? Why our Africa leader don't want to learn for the European? Because most of them, they travel down to Europe. They see how the Western Union, they work. Why we Africa, we cannot make our security, we cannot make our citizens proud. Why we cannot face our economy because of our citizens? Because they say the youth are the leader of tomorrow, but now they are killing the youth. Somebody you said is the leader of tomorrow. Yeah, you are killing those people. How that person where you kill want to be leader of tomorrow, not be person where they alive, they live. I don't know what is wrong with our Africa continent. I don't know what is wrong with our Africa leader. I don't know why our Africa leader don't want to do the right thing with their citizens. That is why you see Africa, they are embodied in today. Yeah, that is why you see Africa, they are in bondage today. Any Africa leader that start with their citizens, some other Africa leader will work with the European Union to break that one down. Okay, look at what is going on in Uganda today. What is going on in Uganda today? Museveni, he ruled for 40 years in power. This January make him 81 years old. How can 81 years old an analog brain? What did that one get to offer for the citizen? That is why you see most of Africa leaders, they are not working today because most of them 81 years old, 85 years old, 86 years old, 79 years old. Tell me, how can analog brain? How can analog brain will work? We're in digital era. How can analog brain will work? That is why you see the reason why Africa is not moving forward. So I call on the Africa youth, call on the Africa continent, call on the Africa reader, please do the right thing for your citizen. Try to protect the life and property for Africa. Try to make this happen in Africa because look at what is going on. What is going on in Africa cannot go in any other continent because of our Africa leader. They are very useless. Our Africa leader don't have what it takes to protect their citizens. So anywhere you come across this video, please, you have to subscribe to Aziza Audio YouTube channel, please. Subscribe to Aziza Audio YouTube channel. Follow me for Instagram and follow me for TikTok. Where is the Africa coordinate? Rise up.